Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to JJO Gaming and welcome back to the county of Holland. Yes, last episode we conquered a little extra bit of Flanders down here. We also made our forays into the colonial game. We have the island of Saint Martin over here in the Dutch Caribbean. We have, of course, Beafada here in West Africa, and we have made a start at colonizing South Africa, which is going to open up the gates towards Asia. Yes, we can invest in military technology. Should I do that right now? Should I wait until it's I no longer get the ahead of time penalty? We last episode talked about trying to maybe capture some land here in Africa, for example, from our boys the Malians here. But I ended up looking at their army size, and this is 18k soldiers, and they're allied also to Oyo and Dagbon, but I don't know what Dagbon is, but Oyo also has, I guess, only 2k soldiers. Still 18k is quite a lot, and then I thought, we're quite ahead in technology, but we're really not that much ahead, that far ahead. We are at military tech 9, and he's at military tech 7. Now, eventually we're going to surpass these guys, and we're going to be able to kick their ass, but right now, I think it will be pretty close. We could maybe have a look at, see if maybe France wants to join us. They're in debt and fighting in another war. Maybe. let's keep an eye on that. We are also planning to expand a little bit here in Europe again, I guess. But let's hold off on that for a while. Let's just start. We can build a marketplace, but we don't need one. We can build a manufactory, but we don't need one of those either just yet. Although we do have a shit ton of money. I guess we should do something with that. Maybe we could expand our fleet a little bit. We have now 16 transports. I guess we can. We can upgrade these ships. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, it's only the Carrack, so we can upgrade the Carrack to the early Carrack to a Carrack. The Juffrouw Cornelia can be upgraded. How about you guys? You guys can also be upgraded. These are barks. I think we can already build caravels. That's probably a good investment. Upgrade ships. 400 gold for 20 ships. That's worth it in the end. All right. So we're not going to expand in Europe for a while, but we might want to expand in Africa still. Let's see. We could go after the Congo. But I would prefer to grab this province, Benin, because it's got the Niger estuary and it's got the natural harbor. So this is plus 15 trade power. And as I've told you guys earlier, having a lot of trade power in West Africa is really, really important. Like almost unrealistically, historically so. Because the Dutch really didn't have much in West Africa. We had one fortress somewhere here, I think, which was called. What was it called? What was that fortress called? It's on the tip of my tongue, but it was like here, and we sold it to the English at some point. I don't really like talking about the West Africa, the history of European West Africa for obvious reasons, because the Dutch also participated in the slave trade, and not a little. There's some towns, especially in the province of Zeeland, like Middelburg, which are basically built on the backs of slaves. So, yeah, not a great time. Nobility cannot be bought. Yes, let's do that. Prefer some stability on that front. Yeah, they're fighting the Ottomans, I forgot. And they're losing against the Ottomans even. Can we take Mali though? I don't think so. I don't think we can. Or can we increase our army size? We can increase our army size by a lot actually. Maybe with 24k soldiers. I think we can probably take it, right? I don't know how many soldiers Dagbon has though, because they are allied with Oyo and Dagbon. Oyo is down here. Dagbon, I don't know, but surely they don't have like 15k soldiers. Yeah, I think we can expand a little bit. We have a lot of money to play with, so I think that's probably a good idea, right? Ideally we want 24 transport ships, but we're not going to be able to do that. So I think we're just going to leave it at what we have now. Yeah, so let's expand our army a little bit. Let's build some extra infantry. Should we immediately upgrade the military technology? Yeah, why not? I mean, I know why not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We can go to Schwarze Reiter, Black Riders. For the color of their armor, are cavalrymen, each equipped with 2 pistols and a sword, often wearing a cuirass for protection. They were used by many German states in the 16th and 17th centuries. Using firearms as their primary weapon, they broke with the medieval knight tradition of cavalrymen always being equipped with lances. In battle, they would fire their pistols at the enemy line, then attempt to charge in melee combat to rout enemy soldiers. Yeah, this type of cavalry, so with the lightly armored, but with the pistols or light rifles, and usually also a sword, actually existed for a very, very long time. They were still useful on the field of battle until the second half of the 19th century, really. Like, they lost all their usefulness basically with the invention of the Gatling gun, the machine gun. But before that, they were still very prominent. And they were also one of the last sort of military troops to still wear armor. Because at some point, with the invention of proper rifles, the armor became sort of obsolete. But not for cavalry, because cavalry, for one, could afford to wear thicker armor, because of course the horse is carrying all the armor, so you can afford to have like a 6mm thick plate armor over your chest still, because you don't have to lug it around on the battlefield yourself. And two, because the weapons that cavalrymen were using were just by necessity quite light. So pistols, light rifles, so the armor was still quite effective against those for a very, very long time. In fact, I think even in the 18th century, cavalrymen still wore, late 18th century, cavalrymen still wore armor at times. So that's quite interesting. And these Schwarze Reiter apparently also do that. We can also increase our guns. I think culverin, right? Fairly long-barreled cannons developed during the 16th and 17th century. Yeah, these are quite famous culverins. I think they were still used as far as sort of the Napoleonic times, even though that's not really represented here. Maybe we'll pick those as well. Oh yeah, we're gonna build some more infantry. We also should probably wait for our manpower to tick up after that before we go to war. Let's have some Schwarze Reiter. And let's have some culverins. Now we're really starting to get into the big leagues. 24,000 troops. Surely that's one of the larger armies in the world, right? Country. Is there any max manpower? Yeah, I kind of want to see who is the largest army. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So we have 20. We're going to have 24k. So that's going to be more than Britain, actually. Wow. But they do have a much bigger force limit than we do, so they can increase their force to much above us. But we are here. We are above Mali. We're going to fight Mali, so and we also have a better technology level than Mali at the moment. But we're going to outrank England. Going to be on par with Hungary. That's really the big lads. We're starting to get there. It seems that we are also gaining some score at the moment. Accumulated 3. A nation needs to be among the 10 best nations in one of these categories. Diplomatic rank, military rank. I don't exactly know how that all works, but that's fine. Alright, 24k. Huge army. Now just to wait for the manpower reserves to recover, because we are going to lose a lot of men in Africa. You guys, you're back at 100%, right? Why don't you continue with the English channel? Try to maintain our army presence there, our navy presence, I should say. Ooh. A colonial governor has written to us, imploring us to secure further investors for the growth of our future overseas empire. There are certainly interested parties in the Schravenhagen financial sector who would be interested, but given the high risk they would be expecting to be granted some far-going privileges. We also expect the crown to contribute with a substantial part of the needed funds. 300 gold and 100 diplo power, but we will probably get colonialism, which is very, very good, because I think the actual institution is still quite far away. Yes, onwards to glory. And there we go. We can embrace colonialism. Yes, 640 gold, quite a lot. But we have embraced it, and that means also we can now increase to theocracy, modern theocracy, which gives us another idea group. And we can increase diplomatic technology to get the flute. Yes, the flute. A flute is a specialized cargo vessel capable of carrying a large load with a very small crew. Flutes were designed to be built cheaply and in large numbers. A useful ship if you need to move things across the ocean. And the flute, or the fluit, is one of the reasons for the Dutch Golden Age, really. Because, yeah, like it says here, it was designed specifically to be run with a minimal crew with maximum cargo capacity. And they were used extensively, especially in sort of inter-European trade, which was the lifeblood of the Dutch Golden Age. Maybe contrary to popular opinion, the Dutch made most of their money in Europe, especially shipping grain from sort of Danzig here in Poland to Western Europe, and also wine from like France and Spain to Amsterdam, and the spice trade. That really only came as a result of the Dutch Golden Age, and it was even at its height. It was maybe 10% or so of the Dutch GDP was in the East Asian trade. So the flute is one of the secrets to Dutch prosperity, and also the way that these ships were built was sort of an early industrial revolution. That was the Zaan, which is a river that goes north from Amsterdam. Which had a ton of windmills, and the windmills acted as sawmills, or as like in various capacities as sort of an industrial assembly line almost. And so the Dutch shipyards were able to crank out a ton of ships very fast and very cheap, which allowed them to dominate the seas. Oh yeah, and also now with Diplo level 10. Well, we can pass either the Conventicle Act or the Declaration of Indulgence Act, and we're going to go with the Indulgence Act. What is the Conventicle Act? Discourage nonconformists by forbidding any form of religious assembly. No, we're not going to do that. That's not very Dutch. That's not a very Dutch thing to do. Although I say that, but the Dutch way of dealing with this kind of thing tends to be not explicitly to allow it, but to tolerate it. So there usually was a law against religious service of Catholics, but as long as they kept it to themselves, as long as they kept it sort of outside of the main square, or they didn't have any major ostentatious buildings, it was still typically tolerated. And the same kind of thing is happening in the Netherlands also with cannabis. You know, we were one of the first countries where smoking weed was more or less legal. But yeah, that's the same thing. We had a law against weed. It was officially illegal, and it still is officially illegal, but it's tolerated. So there's an official policy of toleration. So even though I think by law it's still not allowed, it is sort of tolerated. So the police will not arrest you for smoking weed. Yes, we can also form the Dutch nation, but I want to be a bit careful there, because I don't want to leave the Holy Roman Empire, because I kind of want to keep the protection of the emperor, and also kind of want to be able to attack some of these Holy Roman Empire members without having to fight the emperor as well. And I know that forming a Dutch nation means you leave the empire immediately. I don't really want that, so I'm just going to save it here to see if we can immediately rejoin the empire once we press the button. Form Dutch nation. Holland will no longer be a part of the empire. Country changes to Netherlands. Country name will be restored to the original value. Obtain new missions. Permanent claim, yada yada. Let's do it. Here we go. Orange, white, and blue. Which doesn't really make sense, because that is very much tied to the House of Orange. But let's just quickly check if we can rejoin. Needs to be at 218. I'm too large to join the empire. Okay, that sucks. That sucks. What will we do? I suppose we could maybe release a country as puppet, like maybe Brabant or something. Just annex them later. Or we could just remain outside of the empire, I guess. Just deal with it. Just fight the emperor. Once we want to take land in the empire. Were you allied to Denmark? Okay, maybe not. Do we want to be the Netherlands though? Or do we want to wait and conquer our way up first? I think the second one. Right? Unite the lowlands. Yeah. No, I think I want to stay in the empire. We will switch to the Netherlands eventually, but we won't switch to them just yet, I think. We want to remain in the empire for now. Let's click this decision away for now. We will get back to it, but not quite yet. We can also choose a new idea group. I think we're going to go with trade. I think that's a no-brainer. Alright, so let's start shipping our boys over. We have 100 gold right now, which is not a lot, but it should be enough. Our manpower is also not quite at its maximum, but it should soon. Demand that the land be returned. God damn it. You pricks. Okay. Where's my army, my 13k army? I mean, I wasn't gonna make concessions, right? To the nobles. That's not the style of my playthrough so far. Damn, that cost us quite a bit of manpower actually. Oh well, what can you do? Let's grab this one. Impose new tariff. Yes, 3 mercantilism for free. That's completely fine. Let's grab some more state land. Screw you guys. If you're gonna be like this. The Malian slave trade. The Queen Regent of Mali has contacted us and offered our traders in Bayafada a monopoly on the slave trade in her lands, in return for trading directly with her rather than any of the other local chiefs that have supplied us so far. She offers us a guarantee of a steady and growing supply, along with their protection. Sounds like a great deal. Ugh. Our arrangements with the locals are working fine. I mean, it's historical. I don't really want to press this button. But I am gonna do it. Oh man. This is gonna be awkward. But, you know, you're gonna have to deal with this kind of thing, you know. If you're European, you need to accept that this is a part of your history. And deal with it, you know. That's my opinion. You shouldn't ignore it. Okay, 14,000 manpower it's gonna have to do. Let's try again. I've been giving you guys blue balls for this colonial war for very long. We don't want that. We had gold in Lessenamakwa land. Striking gold. Local goods produced plus 50%. Nice. Lessenamakwa land. That's down here, right? This is gold. That's awesome. It's probably gonna give us some inflation though. And inflation is seems to be going down. Yeah, we have the Amsterdam Wisselbank, so inflation is not a huge deal for us. Okay, is our army here already? Not quite. There's another couple thousand people coming, I should say. I think we should move these boats down here as well, so we can deal with the Malian navy. All right, people. This is your first colonial war. 24,000 troops. I think it's time to go. Defensive planner. That's not great. This is a pretty great general, though. Can we try another one? No, the Hieronymus Frostius is better. Let's keep him around. Alright. They are at war already. With whom? Timbuktu. How's your army doing, bro? 15,000 troops. Everybody is joining them, though. Should we ask friends to join? Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll diplomat descent. It's, because it's gonna be tricky anyway. You look at these, if I take out France, they outnumber us, 55k to 36k, but if France is included, we outnumber them like massively. I do think that we have the edge when it comes to technology, and also because we're the human player, we should have the edge on tactics as well. Let's kill their fleet off first, though. Here it comes, Gabu. We want Gabu. We want all these trading provinces, man. Here we go, big naval battle. We should be fine, right? I hope. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, we captured Gabu. Let's continue up north and wait for the French to arrive. Don't underestimate these guys, because they do have quite a few troops. Ah, here come the French. 17,000 French troops. Where are you going, bro? We want to grab this this fortress down here. It should be down here at least, because you can see from these icons that there's a fortress in some kind of neighboring province. I just don't know quite which one. I guess this one. Let's besiege that. France is helping us out in our colonial war. That's so nice of you, France. We also want to grab some land in Oyo. Let's not forget that. We'll go after them later. I want to grab as many provinces with trading modifiers as I can. Like Gabu, Cayor, and then ideally Benin. My colonies are also progressing quite nicely, which is good. We are also besieging these provinces rather quickly, which is also good, because we're probably losing quite a bit of men to attrition. That's the biggest problem fighting in Africa, is the attrition. We're losing how much? Ooh, 1,000 troops a month. That's insane. Should we 104%? Should we split up these guys? I want to grab this fortress as soon as I can. Okay, so it seems that the Malians won their war against the Timbuktuans. So we should get to see some of their troops soon. Frenchies, pay attention, because I think the Africans are coming. I really need to watch the manpower here, so I really don't have much. Frenchies are besieging the capital of Mali. I guess we could head over to Oyo. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to Benin. Grab some land there. French seem to have a good handle on on the Malians here, because there's like 60k French people here. Good going, Frenchies. We like you. We like our buddies the French. Okay, there's quite a few troops here, though. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. We should still be fine, right? We have a ton more technology than them. In fact, we're almost up to matchlock musket, which will give us a couple of nice modifiers. We can also improve diplomatic technology for some extra colonial range. 100 extra colonial range. That's actually great. Should we take that? We're very much ahead of time. I think it's better to take an idea. Global trade power plus 20%. That's insanely good. One merchant is also great. Okay, are we already moving? Yeah, we're already moving trade from Ivory Coast. Should move some from the Caribbean, maybe? Is that possible to do immediately? No. You can see it from these arrows. So from North America, it's possible to go directly to the English Channel, but not from the Caribbean, which sucks. But you know, where else can we send the merchant then? I guess the North Sea. It's probably still worth it to get this idea. One extra merchant. Let's send him to the North Sea, yeah. Frederik van Hoogstraten. Why don't you... I noticed that red color. Yeah, Great Britain has been formed. So it's a slightly darker red color. So they completely conquered Scotland then, I guess. Let's head over to the Oyen capital. Oh dear. Is my other army still coming? Yeah. We should clear up the way for them, I think. Oh no. Stop. Oh fuck. I'm a complete idiot. Come on. Get in the reinforcements. Come on. Come on. Yes. Oh, no. No, 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 no. This battle. This is an epic battle. No, we're losing. We're losing. Fuck me. Oh, maybe we should think about peace. That lost us so many troops. Oh my god. Okay, I would like Benin. It's already 35 war score. What? You serious? Damn. Okay. We want Gabu and we want Kayor. They don't want to give me Kayor. I mean, I'm pretty sure my army is gonna get ruined if I don't take a peace deal right now. Man, that wasn't smart. I didn't handle that nicely. I got overconfident. I want Benin and I guess Gabu. Right? This is the center of trade. So that's plus 5 trade power. This one is plus 10 trade power. So I guess I would like Kayor instead of Gabu. I mean, ideally I want both of them. I guess the French are handling Mali. So I think probably eventually the war score is going to go up. But also we should keep Benin. And they're already grabbing it back. So maybe not. Okay. I guess we can do it like this. And we can say, okay, I would like you to end your alliance with... yeah, you can end your alliance with these guys then. Okay, I guess I also don't want that. Yeah, just give me some gold then, man. Dutch conquest of Cairo. Yeah, we should have handled that better. We didn't really handle that really well. But we did grab some land. Some very important land even. We can add this to the trade company. Let's do that immediately. I also want to add Benin to the trade company. There we go. All right. That should give us quite a bit more trading power in Ivory Coast. Yeah, a lot more. Okay, you guys can start shipping the army back over to Holland. I think we can also probably afford to mothball the forts. And then I also left three ships here because I kind of want to continue the exploration game. We can also do another government reform. Administrative cadre. Meritocratic recruitment for the burghers, nobles of the robe. Administrative clergy. Or the dynastic administration. I guess probably meritocratic for the burghers. Sounds good. That should be enough. Why don't you guys head back to Holland? You're in need of more there, my friends. Oh, we lost such a huge amount of manpower in that war. I don't know if that was a good investment. But we have to start our colonial empire somewhere, right? It's only 14k troops, so we have 0 manpower left. So I hope we don't get into another war. That would suck. Really, really suck. Let's leave the transports here. Let's have the trading fleet get back to what it does best. Trade in the English Channel. And let's hire an explorer. Reinoud Bikker. Yes, why not? Why don't you guys... Oh, no, don't protect trade. That's not what I meant. Why don't you guys explore the Western Indian Ocean? Here we go. I'm going to go see Asia, boys. I'm going to do it. And we already have almost a completely fully grown colony here in the Cape, which will give us a very nice start-off point. And here we go. We founded Madagascar. Let's go up to the... Oh, they're going to love being Dutch. 100 population in Cape. Great. So that is fully grown now. We're not going to make it a state because we're going to add it to the trade company. That should immediately give us an extra merchant, right? Yeah, Dutch South Africa company. That's if you have more than 50% trade power in the trade company nodes, you get a free merchant. And we can use this one to, if we can reach it even, to reach to reach Asia. So to set up the first Indian trade route, if we can find out the trade there. 2 unassigned merchants, really? Okay. These guys, I already put one here, right? No, I didn't. Okay. Gerrit Steenbergen, why don't you go to South Africa? Thank you. And then I hope that my explorer will discover the beautiful town of... I should have read that, by the way. It was about predestination. I had a whole lecture about that last episode. Oh well. A claim on loan? Sure, why not? Not going to do anything with it just yet, but maybe later. Is there there's no trade node that we discovered just yet, huh? Okay. Maybe later. We can purchase an ability in the Age of Reformation. Institution spread in true faith provinces. Plus 50%. That's great, actually. Ship trade power propagation plus 20%. That's also great. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Yeah. Plus 20% extra trade power. That's well worth it. We've got 1,500 gold, though. We should do something with it. I mean, I suppose we could use some more manpower right now. So we could go for some barracks. Build some barracks here in Holland. Let's do that. Let's also look for a good place to build like a manufactory or marketplace. We should maybe build a marketplace in the new African colonies that we found. Can we not build one here? Marketplace already built in Gabu. Okay, I guess the Africans already built one here. We should build... we don't need this one. We should build we also don't need the church because it's in a trade company, so that's not going to help us anyway. We should build a fort here, though. That seems smart. Do we already have 50% here in Ivory Coast? No, 36%. Still quite a lot, though. I'm happy with that. We're transferring 8 gold to the English Channel. Okay, we explored the Western Indian Ocean, but I want to trade with India. So let's see. Explore. I guess Eastern Indian Ocean then, right? Or Arabian Sea. Let's do Arabian Sea first. Oh, we're gaining score as well. We're 4th administrative rank, 2nd diplomatic rank, 17th military rank. We're 15th on the total score. That's great, actually. Lesson Amaqualand is self-sustaining. Very good. Should we continue expanding South Africa? No, I think we should go somewhere else. We should go to the Americas. Oh, hey, Manhattan is free. Let's immediately send a guy there. Of course, we're going to want to colonize New Amsterdam, right? The Reformation and the Catholic faith. The successors of the Protestant movement can no longer go unchallenged. His Holiness has tasked a commission of cardinals with addressing the challenges posed by it. While the Catholic faith itself must not be compromised, His Holiness and most cardinals are willing to admit that some Protestant complaints are valid. For instance, there can be no dispute that the frequent absenteeism of bishops and the worldly excesses of the clergy are a stain on the Church's reputation. Therefore, a council will be convened in Trent to discover how best to reform the Church, meet the challenge of the reformers, and begin the process of counter-reformation. Yeah, so the counter-reformation was an interesting movement as well. I think probably the most lasting legacy was the Jesuits. The Jesuit order, I think, was founded at the Council of Trent. And the Jesuits are very, very interesting. You should read up on them a little bit. They're not just an order of sort of monks. They're the most clever people in the entire Catholic world. Like some of them, many of them actually were scientists and were discoverers and linguists. Next to also being missionaries. So their primary mission was to convert foreign lands to Catholicism, especially in the European colonies, but also in Northern Europe, in the Protestant lands. And the way that they did that was just by completely immersing themselves in the culture where they were, because they just found out that basically scientifically that was the best way to do it, to convert people. So most of the sort of early writings that we have about any non-European culture as Europeans was written by a Jesuit monk. So there's the first sort of detailed descriptions of China were Jesuits. I believe also Japan were Jesuits. Many of the sort of Native American cultures were Jesuits. Like it's very, very interesting. Also Indians, like everywhere, they try to convert the populace to Catholicism, but they were also generally just very clever people. And yeah, if you are, I think, from the Anglo-Saxon world, but or from the Catholic world, you also know that there's lots of Jesuit universities. Some of them are some of them are still some of the more prestigious universities in the world. Like recently, I was in Washington D.C. and that has Georgetown University, which is a very prestigious one, which I think originally was a Jesuit university, right? There's a couple more in sort of Italy and Spain. Yeah, very interesting diplomatic order. I'm not Catholic, but I still really enjoy like reading about them. Okay, let's upgrade our technology. Textile manufactory, wharf, which gives us plus 100 colonial range. That's very useful. We can go for matchlock musket. What is a matchlock? The arquebus proved to be a very effective weapon for armor penetration. The result was that armor began to get heavier to resist its fire. A larger musket could deliver a heavier round, offering better armor penetration. Yeah, so we are reaching more or less the era at which armor is starting to get obsolete, just in general. And the next level is tertial infantry, right? Mauritian infantry, that's level 15. Yeah, we will get to that. But that is Dutch. Prince Maurice of Orange. We can also increase economic ideas. I think it's probably a good idea. Here, inflation reduction minus 0.1. That's great. We barely suffer from any inflation right now. Plus 35 gold, huh? Really? Damn. That's amazing. What are we making all that money from? English Channel mostly. I guess what is all incoming here? I reckon you see that again. Local incoming plus 25. 3 from here, 3 from here, 10 from Champagne. And then 8 from the Ivory Coast. And probably also some from the Americas, right? Oh, not quite yet, but that will be done soon. Oh, New Amsterdam has already been founded. Very cool. Yeah, so New Amsterdam, if you're American, you're probably aware of this, but the New Netherlands was sort of the area, sort of right here, sort of basically approximately this area, and also sort of inland to Albany, modern day Albany. That was a Dutch colony, a Dutch settler colony. It didn't really last very long. It was only Dutch for, I don't know, 60 or 80 years. Pass Popery Act. No, we're not going to pass a Popery Act, man. We're not going to do that. We like the Catholics. Yes, so we are also discovering Coromandel, but it seems that we can probably not... No, I never really understand how trade range works. Because to me, like it says 1300 trade range, but we have provinces here, right? We have provinces here in South Africa, so it can't be that long. Oh well, I guess we need to conquer some Indian land first. Bohemia wants to have a marriage with us, that's fine. We also seem to have lost quite a few troops in the African war. We only have 17,000 left. So let's increase our army back up a little bit. Let's get some Schwarzer Reiter in there. We're really struggling with a manpower crisis right now. I don't really know if it was worth it to deal with for these few African provinces to have so many Dutch lives lost. But oh well. Eastern Indian Ocean. I guess we can first explore the coast of the Western Indian Ocean. We should build a fort. We're already building one, right? A castle in Benin. We should also build a marketplace, but it's already here, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. When can we build the other thing? This one, trade depot. 17. Okay. Willem and the Frisian people. During his education, our heir Willem has come to be very close to our royal advisor Wiebe Elsinga, forming a special bond to him and the Frisian people of his homeland. Willem's travels in our Frisian lands have done wonders for the popularity of our dynasty, but it also raised more than a few eyebrows in Den Haag. Our nobles, led by the demanding Govaert Swammerdam, are starting to worry that Willem will favor Frisian subjects when he ascends to the throne, and have begun to plot against him and Wiebe Elsinga at court. Best let Govaert Swammerdam guide your heir instead. Dutch reformed statesman Govaert Swammerdam joins your court. Willem has our blessing in this. Willem becomes Frisian. I mean, it makes sense because we are Van Haspinga. Yeah, let's do it. Van Haspinga, it sounds very Frisian, so I think we are originally a Frisian dynasty, so I'm fine with that. I guess we should hire some more advisors, though. Because we have so much money. Philips van Nassau-Zuilenstein, Floris Bol, or Cornelis van der Werf. Even more colonial range. I think we're fine for colonial range right now. Maybe we'll just hire Philips van Nassau-Zuilenstein and promote him. Military advisor, yeah, why not? We can hire one. Land force limit modifier, national manpower modifier. I think that's what we need most. Maybe land maintenance, yeah. Let's do that one. Karel van den Berg, sure. This shouldn't be capitalized though. Is this one of mine? Is he Dutch? Can we see that? Grand Captain. Dutch reform. Yeah, he's Dutch. So I guess this was one of my... the New York Company. The New York Company that was charged with the duty of claiming New Amsterdam in the name of Holland has decided instead to expand its borders to an adjacent region close to our colony. Yes, we can do that. Raritan. We can expand our holdings here. Pavonia. All right. It's tobacco, huh? What do we got here? Naval supplies. That's all worth it. We're really starting to become a global empire now. We should probably start the Industrial Revolution, though. Let's see. Zeeland. Let's try to become a major cloth manufacturer. Sort of beat the Spanish, the Flemish at their own game. They're allied with Great Britain, though. Can we... France does want to join. Preferably I want Brandenburg to join as well. They're 77 in there. Oh, they're bankrupt. Bankruptcy. We can send them some money, I guess. They've been very loyal friends. Oh, I see they're they're in a massive peasant revolt. Oh well. Let's combine our forces here. We need some more cannons, though. So let's produce some more cannons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big army. Western Indian Ocean coast has been explored. We should look for some good opportunities for expansion. Arabian Sea coast. Ideally, I want Ceylon, Sri Lanka down here, because that was a Dutch colony already. But it seems that it's held by Vijayanagar, which is too powerful for us probably. We might want to think about grabbing some Indian land so that we can dominate trade there. Let's see. Try to alleviate them. We can maybe attack these guys. No, they're allied with Vijayanagar. I've been to India actually, and I've been to the capital of Vijayanagar, which is here, which is near the little village of Hampi in sort of central India, and it's fantastic. I have some holiday photos probably lying around somewhere. Maybe I can put a few of those up, but it's amazing there. It's just in the middle of all these like banana plantations and stuff. It's really really cool, and it's just all these massive old ruins. It's fantastic. I've never seen anything like it. Man, so many strong Indian nations here. That's not historical, man. I guess go to the East Indian Ocean. Maybe there's some people there. What's this? Oh, France wants to be in a royal marriage. That's fine. Another Jeanne, eh? Jeanne de Valois. France, you want to split up Flanders with us? I don't know if it's really a good idea. How many boats does England have? 28 ships. No, it's not that much. We've got 20 caravels here. We built just a few larger ships, a few corrects. We might win it. Yeah, because I want to attack Flanders, and England has a pretty major fleet, but I think the French and us can probably take the fleet. We've done it before, right? Should probably make a spy network, though. Ideally, I want Bruges and Ghent. Maybe Loon here in Liège. Cologne and Nassau. Ah, it seems that Brandenburg is here. My guy, are you still in debt? Bankruptcy. I will send you some money, man. We'll send you some money. No, we can't. We have no diplomats. Here, have some money. Have 300 gold. Here you go, buddy. Now you're no longer bankrupt. I don't actually know how it works, the bankruptcy thing. The many interests of Johann III. We must strive to understand the physical world around us. Let's do the gods and men thing this time. How long have I been recording, by the way? I feel like very long. Oh, it's about an hour. We can go keep going a little bit longer because I will probably cut quite a bit from this episode because there was quite a little bit of this episode where I was just either rambling on or just not saying anything. There's still a big amount of unrest in Benin and Gabu. Huh? I guess we can just increase the autonomy if we need to. We're not going to do it just yet, though. We also might need some more manpower. It's time we let Wiebe Elsinga go. Pastors will increase. Sure, we can let him go. We can hire another one. We can go with Ali Diarra. What is your Senegambian fetishist? Or Johannes van Wassenaar, Senegambian reformed. I guess Constantijn Hoornaat. Sure, you can be my advisor, man. We got 3 level 2 advisors, and we're still making money hands over fist. We're really insanely rich. That's good. That's what trading power does, man. 60% of our money is still from trade. Guess we'll just have to tighten our belts. Sure, why not? We are now preparing for war with England. I think we should be fine. Oh, France is... Oh, man. Maliseet, Wampanoag, Mahican, and Penobscot. They're attacking somewhere in the New World, it seems. Okay, then. I prefer you attack Flanders with me, though. Eastern Indian Ocean coast. We're getting closer to Indonesia. We're getting closer to the Spice Islands. We should grab some Spice Islands, though. Great news, spread these Bibles far and wide. We don't care about the Pope. We've been reformed for a long time. Okay, we built 6 large carracks. I think that's probably takes us over the edge in terms of conquering England. Or conquering not, but beating England at sea. We can take some ideas. Or we could wait for the technology thing. I guess we can take a military or a diplomatic idea. Trade range plus 25%, that's great. I think that's what we need right now. Settlers plus 10% chance is also good. But let's do trade ideas. Trade range is good. We can do another one. Trade efficiency. Cost to promote mercantilism, yeah. Does that mean we can now reach this place? No, still not. Oh well. We want to grab some land here, though. But I think we stand no chance against Vijayanagar. How many troops do they have? 29k. Are they far behind in technology compared to us? Not really, no. They're at military tech 9. We're at 11 or something, right? Yeah. What about you? Bamanis in the trade league with Garjat. Orissa. They do have a nice trading post here. Or the Bamanis themselves. How strong are you guys? 46,000 troops. Wow. You guys are allied with the Bamanis. There's not really not many places we can go, huh? In India. That's a shame. How about colonization? Can we colonize this island? Well, not quite, but we're close. We can colonize this island, probably. We have no colonists to send. Yeah, makes sense. I guess we can retreat our colony from our colonists from New Amsterdam. Make our way into East Indian Ocean. Because there's we cannot really expand into South India, it seems, even though I really want to. I guess we can we send a guy here? So it's just too far away. Oh, it's Terra Incognita. I guess Holhavi. We can go there. I guess it's a nice halfway point. I really prefer to conquer some land in South India, but I really think we can't do it. At least not yet. Once we are really very far ahead of them in terms of technology, we want to grab them. But so far that's not really the case. At least not far enough. We can, however, explore the South China Sea, which should give us the view of the entirety of the Indian Ocean, which would be great. But I think this is probably a good time to end it. We didn't. Well, we did fight a war, of course. We fought the African War. We gained a significant chunk of West African trade power. We also expanded or finalized our colonies here in South Africa. Especially the Cape is very, very, very powerful. We added it to our trading posts. So that gave us another merchant, and we have discovered the very lucrative continent of India, subcontinent, I should say. And we're about to discover Indonesia, which is, of course, the goal of this entire campaign. Are, of course, where are they? The beautiful spices of Indonesia. Yes. So let's see if we can grab some spices, some good, tasty spices. Oh, we can immediately go from the Moluccas to South Africa. That's good to know. Interesting indeed. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I feel like I've been rambling a little bit more than usual this episode, but it should be fine. And see you probably next episode when we will continue and make our forays into Indonesia. Yes. Thanks and see you then. Bye-bye.